Hello, my name is Devani, and thanks so much for tuning into Short Not Sweet. This week I will be talking about a couple of current trends that I think that we may possibly come to regret in about 10 years or so. These are trends that we love, I love so much right now. But in a couple of years, the TikTok teens of 10 years from now, they may be making fun of us for them. So let's go ahead and get right into it, starting with the first one. And this is one that I enjoy as well, and it is oversized clothing. You know, those huge blazers that all the girls are wearing, the oversized, pants, the wide leg pants that pull onto the ground, just sweeping up the dirty streets with your pants. We just love the huge, chunky turtleneck sweaters, chunky sweaters, period. Huge, oversized button-up tops. We just love oversized clothing right now. It is just super hot. It's also comfortable. It's just a great idea for many reasons, including comfort, which is super important to me. But in a couple of years, I just feel like, especially like the blazers, like those huge blazers, the coats that people are wearing. Frankie Shop is a big, perpetuator of this. I think that in a couple of years, we're gonna look back and it's just gonna look very dated. It's gonna look like, girl, why do you have your dad's clothing on? I really feel like, and it pains me. It pains me because specifically a huge wide leg jean, like a just gigantic Junko looking jean, woo, that is my love language. I'm into it right now. I can't have enough wide leg jeans. But I think that, because fashion, it always has to rebel against what's currently hot to bring us to that future hot thing, right? And so I think that, we're currently like hearkening back to the early 2000s. I think we're gonna get into like the 2008, the 2010s, 2011s, where everything was slimmer cut, skinny jeans, slim cut blazers, very close, to the skin, very small, tighter things. I think it's gonna come in. Just rebelling against this oversized trend that we have right now. I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna pain me, and I'm not giving up my wide leg jeans. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. But I feel it. I feel it. And I know the Gen Zers, the Zoomers, they love a gigantic blazer. They love all that stuff. Let me tell you something. The kids after them, they're gonna be making TikToks, making fun of you for those. I'm so sorry. I have to tell you, it's gonna be you. You're gonna know what it feels like, okay? What the millennials are currently going through. So the next trend that I think is in a couple of years gonna look very dated, and this is another one that's so painful for me. It hurts, y'all. It really hurts. I'm sorry. And it is the dad sneakers and the dad sandals. Those really chunky dad sneakers. Now these, I don't do too much dad sneakers, but the dad sandals, those hold a special place in my heart, and I ain't giving them up. I'm not giving up for nobody, but I'm telling you that they're gonna look dated in a couple years. I feel this in my soul. I know people already don't like them, but I'm not giving up my Tevas for nobody. It's just not gonna happen. I have a pair of Fendi dad sandals as well. I just love those things to pieces. I'm not giving them up. But in a couple of years, I feel like, again, slimmer silhouettes, less, chunky, oversized silhouettes are gonna come back. It's inevitable. It always happens. It's just fashion is cyclical. That's just how it works. And these trends, this kind of shape, it's gonna be a little out. We're gonna look back and see our gigantic feet, or the shoes that made our feet look gigantic, and we're gonna go, girl, why did you do this? What were you thinking? And it's gonna pain me, but I'm gonna still be wearing my Teva, so get over it. Okay, next trend. And this is also very fabulous. I don't do it too much, but I see the girls on like Instagram and everything doing this. And it's the insane amount of layering. I feel like the pendulum has swung towards just like excess. Like put the shirt underneath the turtleneck, underneath the button up, underneath the coat, underneath the blazer, underneath the thing, and add 2 belts and do this and da-da-da. So much layering right now. And I think it's interesting. It adds like different textures to your look, different colors, everything like that. And so I can't say that I don't like this trend, but like I said, the pendulum always swings, and I think it's probably gonna more stripped down looks, more streamlined looks, and I think that the insane amounts of layering, it's gonna be something that is just not as hot. It really is. Randomly just throwing a sweater on your shoulders for God knows what reason, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see that in a couple of years. You know, again, who am I? Who are me to tell you which you're gonna be wearing in a couple of years? But I don't know. I just feel like the pendulum's gonna swing, and we're not gonna be seeing that quite as often. So the next thing that I think we're gonna maybe come to regret in the next couple of years is, and I know this is gonna be a rough one too, and it's the little tiny, the microscopic bags, the micro bags that everyone loves. Man, those are not functional at all, but they sure are cute as hell. We love them. They're completely ridiculous. But we already see the pendulum swinging on those, because fashion, it can't just like have like a practical answer to the tiny bag. It has to go gigantic. So now we're seeing like huge like tote bag looking like you carrying a suitcase on your shoulder for no goddamn reason. Just completely ridiculous. Huge purses. You know, YSL has that huge quilted leather purse with a gigantic YSL logo on it. I mean, so many brands are coming out with gigantic bags right now. It's honestly, it's like comically large. It's like they're making fun of us. Like, what, are you kidding me right now? What am I supposed to do with this? You know, and like, do you want my shoulder to fall off? Have some respect for me. So these bags are just getting absolutely out of control, but we already see like the tiny bag pendulum swinging, and when we look back, you know, that little Jacquemus bag, the little tiny microscopic one, the kids are gonna look at us and go, girl, you spent how much on that? What were you doing? Even like those little bags, I know Fendi has like a tiny bag that just goes on your wrist, and it's like, why? I mean, it's the most gorgeous. It's so cute. It's adorable. And then Fendi has like the little tiny baguettes. They're like this big, I mean, holds like 2.5 credit cards and maybe 1 house key. You're not gonna get your car key fob in there. Maybe you will. Maybe you'll get your car key fob, but that's about it, sis. You're not gonna get no sticker gum in there. Not a Tic Tac, nothing. Nothing else is going into that bad boy. But them things are like, they probably retail for like $1,000, and the girls are buying them up. And I think that in a couple years, we're gonna be looking back at those things like, girl, why? I mean, again, so much fun, so adorable. You know, it's just something about like a tiny little, even sometimes when you have like a normal size purse and then you have like a little tiny purse like hanging off of your gigantic purse, or like you use the tiny purse in your normal size purse as like a little wallet or something. It's adorable, but ridiculous. And I think that the kids are gonna be laughing at us. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the next trend I think we might regret, and this is Logomania. And I keep going back and forth on this. I keep thinking like logos are gonna go out. We're gonna be tired of seeing all the logos, everything, you know, the monogram on everything. Some logos, of course, are timeless. We're always gonna see them. Like, for instance, Louis Vuitton, you know, canvas monogram, all that stuff. That's never going away, right? That's always gonna be a classic. The Gucci monogram, we're always gonna see that. But to the extent that we're seeing it, I think we're gonna get tired of it. You know, just in terms of just overexposure, everything being covered, you know, head to toe in logos. You know, but the thing is, I love logos. I love a logo bucket hat. You know, I just love a logo moment. And so I go back and forth on this, and it's a little bit, again, painful. It hurts me to say this, but I think that we're gonna get tired of it. I think that logos are gonna move back into being like the lining of your bag or the lining of your jacket or whatever the hell. I think we're just gonna get over it, and you know, it's just the nature of fashion. Things that are in, eventually we get tired of them and they go out, you know? So that's it. What trends do you see today that are super popular? Do you think that they're just gonna be, you know, regrettable in a couple years? What did I miss on this list? Be sure to let me know in the comments. So hopefully this was fun. If it was, maybe you'll consider liking this video and subscribing to this channel. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram at ShortNotSweetDevani. I also have a website, ShortNotSweet.com. Thank you so much for watching, and please take care of yourself. Bye.